Welcome to Cooking with Black Iron, presented by Black Iron Cookware, hosted by David Carbone. Okay, here we go. Okay, these babies have been baking for about 25 minutes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually speeding the process up a little bit for the sake of this information upload. These units have been baking at 250 in a saturated canola oil over the pans inside and out. And what I'm going to do again is I've stuck a paper towel inside of an old oven mitt. This isn't an oven mitt I use during cooking. It's just what I use during the seasoning process. The cookie sheet is hot. Everything else on here is at 250 degrees. Again, for about 35 minutes or so. Now, normally, if you got more time or if you want to use more time, it doesn't matter. You can certainly let them sit for another half hour if you'd like and really get the seasoning in there really well. What I'm going to do is, again, for me, I handle them all the time. They are hot. As the oil saturates the rag or paper towel, it becomes more of a conductor of heat. So you want to keep that in mind. The wetter it gets, the faster heat will come through and certainly affect your hand. And some people have very low tolerance for pain. So 250 could be very, very detrimental for some people. So all I'm doing now is I'm just wiping out the excess oil. And you want to give the rag certainly an opportunity to absorb the oil. You don't want to wipe too fast, and you don't need to be real hard with the pressure. Just want to get the bulk of the excess oil off. You want to leave a film of oil on it. Okay. I'm going to clean the area because, as you can see, the cookie sheet took a lot of the drip of oil that came out of it. Okay, so I'm going to place this back down. Now, it really doesn't matter if you stick this cooking surface down or not. I'm going to anyway, because I'm going to use the top of this pan to support some of the work I'm doing here, so I don't have to hold everything up. And again, I'm just taking off the excess oil. So, the rest of this upload, besides me talking, is going to be with me just simply taking the excess oil off of these skillets. Now, in these really tight spots, you can either certainly try to edge your paper towel in there if you'd like. You can use a Q-tip, something of that sort. A chopstick with a piece of paper towel on the end of it. Okay. This unit here was quite dry and really enjoyed being bathed in oil. You can see that. You can always re-season them again if you feel like it. There's no expiration on the life of cast iron if you take care of it. Some of these pieces here are probably already 50, 60 years old. I mean, it's not uncommon to have pieces that are 100 years old. You're doing the same thing I'm doing with these which I've done about 1,000,000 times. So anyway, that's the way it's starting to look seasoned. And I'm just going to throw these back in the oven again. And I'll let them bake for about an hour. This skillet is a skillet that I've used, cooked quite a few meals out of it. And as opposed to a freshly seasoned pan, this one has been continuously cooked in. And at the end of the cooking cycle, while it's still hot, there's an upload that I'll be putting together, which will demonstrate while the unit is hot, after I'm done cooking, I spoon the food out of it, and then I take it and I put it into running hot water, and just take a regular sponge, no grease cutters on it or anything. Worst comes to worst and you have to use it, you have to use it. I mean, that's just the way it is. And you just go ahead and add a little bit of oil, just like you've been watching. Not a high saturation, just a little bit. And you create a film on the inside of the cooking surface, and that will keep this unit ready for your next cooking task. And that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you. This is a well seasoned. It's got a bit of a buildup in it. It's very dark in color. It is a pretty slick surface. And then as you can see, as you continue to cook with it, it darkens and gets much blacker. And if you take care of it, it doesn't have to have a tremendous buildup, all over the pan and making a mess. And, you don't have to constantly, re-oil the outside, because typically when you cook and you clean, just make sure you wipe it while it's all nice and hot, and add your oil to it, and make a nice film on it, and let it stand to the side, and it will just cool. And when it cools, the oils are drawn back into as much of the pores as possible, and you keep building up a nice carbon finish on this. There you go.
Black Iron Grill is one of our proud sponsors. Cook with Black Iron, enjoy each meal you cook, and always share with the lions.